Hello students, this topic is slated for SS2. We're going to be looking at biology, and the topic for this subject today is pest and disease of crops. We are aware that pest is one of the major problems militating against the growth of plants and also reducing the yield or income of a farmer. In other words, we can say that pest is a major enemy to the farmers. Now, what is pest? A pest is defined as an organism which harbors disease or causes damages to other organisms like the plants. Today we are going to be looking at the various types of pests. Before we look at the type of pest, we're going to be looking at the meaning of the crop pest, because we have what we call crop pest and animal pest. But our topic for today is going to center on the crop pest. What are crop pests? Crop pests are organisms that harbors disease which attack crops on the field, or if you like, call it the farms and in the store, thereby causing considerable damage and economic loss. These organisms, they mostly affect crops either on their farm or even in their storehouse. Sometimes this pest might not even affect it in the farm, but as soon as the crops are being processed and placed in their respective store before taking them to the market, this pest can go into the storehouse and start destroying the crops. Now, what are the examples of these crop pests? Because we are told that the pests, they cause economic loss and they also cause considerable damages to the crops. Number one of these crop pests is the variegated grasshopper, also known as the Rhinoceros variegatus. We also have here the aphids. Number two, the aphids. Number three, we have the bean weevils. Number four, we have cassava mealybugs. Now, for the sake of time, we're going to be looking at the classifications of pests. Under the classifications, we have pests that feed on the stem. Such pests are referred to as the stem borer. Example of a stem borer is the cassava mealybug, which is also known as the Minococcus manihot. 2. We have pests that feeds on the roots of crops. They are interested on the roots. Example, we have the yam beetle, which is also known as the Heterolygous melis, and we also have the grasshopper there feeding on the roots. They are known as the root feeders. Then 3, we have the leaf feeders, those that feed on the leaves. Example, we have the caterpillar, and also we have the grasshopper. Then 4, we have pests that feeds on young shoots. So we call them young shoot feeder. Example, we have the cocoa mirides that feeds on the shoots of cocoa, and we also have the nymph of grasshopper. That is a young developing stage of the grasshopper. 5, we have pest that feeds on seeds, the seeds. Examples are, we have the bean weevil feeding on the beans. The bean weevil is also known as the Callosobruchus maculatum, or if you like, call it Callosobruchus maculate. It feeds on the beans, which is known as the Vigna oculculate. And of course, we also have the yam beetle, which feeds on the yam seeds, Discoria species. Now we have those pests that does not have backbone, which are invertebrate pests. Examples of such invertebrate pests are: 1, we have nematodes. 2, we have arthropods. 3, we have locusts. 4, we have the grasshopper. 5, we have Coleoptera. 6, we have Lepidoptera. Now, what about those pests that have backbones? The pests that have backbone or the vertebral column, they are referred to as the vertebrate pests. Examples of such pests are the birds. An example of such birds, we have the quail bird, the weevil bird, and we also have mama belonging to this category of vertebrate pests. Example of such mama, we have the rodents like the rats and the rabbits, and of course we have the monkeys. I want to believe that has been properly taken. The next question now is, how do we control this pest in our farm or in our storehouse? I'm going to be giving you some examples of pests and how they can be controlled. Number 1, we have that of the cassava mealybug. The cassava mealybug affecting cassava, which is known as the Ninococcus maniot, can be controlled by dipping the cassava cutting in 0.1% ultra acid solution for 1 millimeter before planting. Then 2, we have the bean weevil. The bean weevil can be controlled by spraying the seed in the storehouse, fumigating the storehouse that the beans is kept. You fumigate it with methyl bromide. 3, we also have the cocoa mirides, which affects cocoa. These can be controlled by spraying the cocoa farm with cocotine or gamalin 20. And of course, we have the yam beetle affecting the yam, known as Heterolygous melis. It can be controlled by cutting the yam seeds and dipping them into anhydrine solution, anhydrine dust, before planting. Now, the questions, the assignment for today, a lot have been said, and I want to believe you've jotted those explanations. Now the questions are: 1, what is pest? 2, list 10 examples of pests found in the farm. 3, list 3 examples of pests found in the storehouse. I would like to see your answer and respond to them as soon as possible. See you till then. God bless you.